Approval of the meeting minutes from June 20th, 2024.
All right, we'll move to approve the meeting minutes from July 8th. No, I'm sorry,
June 20th.
June 16th.
June 16th.
No, you said
June 20th.
June 20th, 2024.
Don't scare me like that. Now I'm going to go look and make sure it was June.
That's right. That's right.
I have a motion from Wyatt, second by Cool, to approve the meeting minutes of June 20th, 2024. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Public comment. Anyone here to comment on an item not on the agenda? Seeing and hearing none, we will move on to old business. The purchasing policy ordinance 2024-10. It's in your packet.
I didn't print it in color, so
I don't care, I can read it.
thank you.
It's the only thing that's not crossed out. That's what I'm supposed to read, right?
You're right.
I believe that says how we discussed it. I ended up with our discussion.
The ones that were.
I agree.
Friday night, Saturday.
You need a motion to recommend sending it to council.
I will move to recommend approval to the council ordinance number 2024-10, amending purchases, grants, and donations.
And I added the grants in there, that's what we added in.
Good idea. Yeah.
Cool, second.
I have a motion from Wyatt, second by Cool, to recommend the council approval of purchasing policy ordinance number 2024-10, amending it, section 53-8. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. New business, June 2024 financial statements. And we can take them all as one.
I will make a motion to table the word posted.
You want to post it?
Treasurer reports on it.
Okay.
Wyatt will second.
We have a motion from Poole, second from Boyer to table. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Resolution 2024-24, DPW purchase of a Berlin grapple. It's all yours, sir.
Well, due to the amount of trees we've had to take care of lately, I thought a grapple bucket would become a great help. We have a skid loader for the city cleaning up and trying to make us more efficient with brush removal and stuff.
You must speak up, please.
Due to all the storms we had lately and all the amount of trees that we currently have in the city, a grapple bucket would make it a lot easier on the staff and more efficient for brush and tree removal.
And this would fit on the skid loader?
Yes, that's 66 Bobcat.
Well, I watched you when you were working during the storms, and you were dealing with some good-sized trees.
Yeah, it's,
I could understand why this would come in very handy. Even more interesting is I watched a tree service at my neighbor's using that same exact device
Yep.
on a skid loader, and it really worked nice.
yeah, the residents once in a while think they're doing us a favor by cutting the trees into little small pieces. I mean, then we gotta sit there and try to pull them apart. If we had to grab a bucket, we just go up to it, grab it, load a chipper and run it through.
Yep. This is $33,820.
Yep.
Source?
$3,820.
And your source, your financing source would be?
Leftover chip sealing and crack filling project money.
I'm sorry, chip sealing, what else did you say?
Crack filling.
Crack filling?
Chip sealing, crack filling money?
It's a single account, isn't it?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
400 dash whatever.
What's your pleasure, gentlemen?
Where we move to approve resolution 2024-24, purchasing of a 72-inch roof grapple for the skid loader, funds to come from excess funding in the chip seal budget.
This is a motion to recommend to council approval.
Yes, sir.
Cool, second.
I have a motion from Wyatt, seconded by Cool, to recommend the council approval of resolution 2024-24, recommending the purchase, or approving the purchase of the Berlin grapple. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. After I saw what others were doing, it was
It'll make it a lot
very
more.
obvious, and plus just saving on injury.
Yeah.
Having to deal with all of that
Potential injury.
potential injury. You know, his back was hurting one day,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Okay, next is resolution 2024-25, the purchase of a Vernig auger drive. Chad?
Yeah, again, with the amount of trees that we've cut down in the last number of years, I thought this would make it a lot more easy and more efficient for planting trees back in our park areas and stuff. I would only be looking to purchase the auger drive for the $3,950 and then a 30-inch HD auger bit for $1,575 for a grand total of $5,525.
What do you use to put sign bases in?
Postal digger by hand.
What do you use for a sign base?
V-Lux.
Okay, okay.
What was your total again, 5,000?
$5,525.
You just don't need the 18-inch?
The only reason why I had him quote the 18-inch augers, I didn't know if he maybe would want a bit for going in the backyards and stuff, but we kinda talked about it, and if they gotta go in the backyards and plant a hole, it'll just be a bigger hole.
Seems reasonable.
Instead of spending another $1,000 on a bit.
Suppose you could rent one if you needed to?
Yeah. And yesterday, we planted one 2-inch B&B oak tree, and it took us 2 hours to dig, or an hour and a half to dig the hole and plant the tree. I mean, with this auger bit, we would be there,
3 minutes.
yeah, a couple minutes, you're gone.
What have you been using this whole time?
A shovel,
Okay. Manual, manual.
wood grain handled shovel.
You're not getting any younger, are you?
No, I'm gonna be 39 years old next week.
You too, and our progress.
And what would be your funding source for this?
Same thing, same source.
So do we just have a much lower amount of crack filling that we're doing? Then we budgeted, was that 80?
The budget was at 80, I went over, we budgeted 80, that's kind of the number that Mitch gave me, but then I kind of looked at like Rood and Jefferson and Adams Street. They're not to the point where they needed crack filling this year.
Okay.
So next year they'll be doing crack filling and chip sealing on them roads.
Okay.
I missed Railroad Street, so they can crack fill that today, and they'll be coming in at a later date to do the chip sealing.
Okay.
Are you done with all of it for the year?
I spent $42,000 on chip sealing and $4,000 on crack filling. So for like $46,000, I spent not quite, a little more than half of it, I guess. But next year I anticipate probably using the full amount because I'll be doing all the crack filling and all the chip sealing on Adams, Jefferson, Rood, Bluegrass. I think that's it. I'd have to pull them up, but
Sounds about right.
So you're looking for 5525?
correct.
We'll make a motion to send council resolution 2024-25 5 for a auger driving bit attachment, the amount of $55.25 with funding from chip seal crack filling.
Laird will second.
I have a motion from Cole, second from Laird, to recommend the council approval of resolution 2024-25, the purchase of the Vernon Auger Drive. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next are the fire department bylaws. These have been to the city attorney, or do we get them back? Yes? No?
No, I don't think we sent them until.
No, we did.
Until
We
we
agreed to.
agreed
Yeah,
on
that's
everything
right.
finally, yeah.
And this is,
I know wordsmith it.
this has been back and forth, this, the
Yep.
changes that we requested made, it looks good to me.
Membership comfortable?
Yep.
They're the ones that voted on it,
Well, I-
and get it back to us.
Yeah, I read through and made the updates that I was looking for.
Right.
Seemed like it, yeah.
Yeah, it was minor that you were
Right.
just filling a couple of different things in.
Correct.
Now, is this going to council, or is this?
I have it on.
Yes, it is on
Yeah,
council, yeah. And then, even from there, it can be contingent upon the lawyer, but I can't imagine there's really gonna be much, if anything, that he would change. And if it does, so it's up to you, we can send it just directly to Bill, and then we can have it on
I
council
would
next
just
time.
like to send it to council, because
Okay,
if we send it, if there's changes, then it's gotta go
Start
back
all over
to,
again.
start that back all over
Okay.
again.
I did not write a resolution for it, I didn't know where you guys were at.
okay. Yeah, because I knew we needed to send it to Bill too, so I wasn't sure what you wanted to do.
It's on council agenda?
Yeah, but without a resolution,
Do we need a resolution?
probably, to make it
Probably.
formal, yeah.
And since it references policies and we don't have
And
any
the policies, so that was the other thing,
Okay.
because you guys aren't done with the policies yet, are you?
Nope.
Yeah. So we can, you know, we can approve this as is, meaning we're not gonna make any more changes to it, but just depends what happens with the policies. If we've got, if there's anything we have to update that this refers to, we can do it, kind of do it all as one.
Well, what would you like to do?
That'd be my inclination, would be to
What?
get this through here, hang it at council, get the policies updated to make sure that everything coordinates and matches between the two, and there's no gaps or overlaps,
Yep.
and then send it all to Bill, and then send it to council. Would be
Because
my-
we also have
would be my
ordinance
thought
changes that are
process.
gonna be referenced in-
Ordinance is definitely gonna have to be, except you guys are doing some of the 330 code and different things too.
Yeah, that's,
So-
safety.
No, I have it on my desk.
Yeah.
So the ordinance book
Yep.
will have to be updated too, so there's gonna be.
Were you
down the
working on
ones
some of that,
fit
Charlie?
this.
No, they said they were gonna work on it, and
Okay.
with most of the changes that needed to be addressed there. So
Matt gave me a current list.
I think you've kind of seen that, but it's the motions of going through and making the ordinance changes, so.
Okay. So what's your desire here, folks? I think it looks good.
I agree.
I'm gonna,
I don't have any changes
Okay.
Yeah, we can,
to this.
I'm gonna make
Move
a
on.
motion to pass this to the council.
Wait a second. Wait to see if you were done.
I'm done, yeah. Thomas, okay, motion by Thomas, second by Ware to approve the fire department bylaws on for council action. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Do we not have the most current one?
What's the current one, what?
Agenda.
should be online, should be.
Looking for what's next?
Did you
No,
update it
not
on
that.
That's what he's
I had a
scrolling through.
question. I don't see something, well, come on, I was,
Yeah, here.
piece of this paper. There's supposed to be a mouse here, isn't there?
What? Cursor?
No, a mouse. And that too.
Okay, you got it.
6:30 or something.
Okay. Resolution 2024-26 and Resolution 2024-23. 26 is the department ceiling fans estimate, and 23 is the striker evac chair. Talking with Wes based on the email and questions on their funding sources, I am going to request that that be tabled at this point.
So E and F?
Yeah.
Yes,
So I sent it to your old email, so I wasn't sure if Jason got a hold of you, but I thought he was off this week too, right?
Yeah, Jason is actually up north, so he probably didn't see it.
Right.
I just sent it to him again,
Yeah, I did, I sent it again today.
So,
5 minutes ago. or
yeah,
10 minutes ago.
looking at what Tim has, there's some stuff on there that probably got tagged with ARPA that shouldn't have been.
Correct, right, that's why I didn't want it to be a surprise before you got here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't look at emails this afternoon.
I know, I should send you a text. Look at your email. We need more
But
devices.
yeah, I'm good with having you guys table it until,
Okay,
Is that a motion to?
That is a motion.
For good point of order, which agenda item are we discussing?
2024-26 resolution and resolution 2024-23. I am requesting that both be tabled. Want me to take them separately?
So we're tabling the,
Ceiling fans and striker evac chair.
and the reason for that,
Funding sources.
right, because they
he's got
had.
it done. This is from the remaining balance of the gutter fund that was.
So which one, do you want to do an order?
He doesn't want to do the ceiling fans if it comes out to,
Okay, the other-
so if it comes out between the gutters or the ceiling fans or the stair chair,
Then you're gonna move it around.
we would rather have the stair chairs than the ceiling fans, because it'd be more beneficial.
Were those planned? I don't remember you guys ever talking about a stair chair.
We did.
We had talked about it last year.
I just.
Because we talked about
It's
it having to do with like new apartment buildings.
Oh,
We were
yeah.
talking about it.
Because we talked about it when they were talking about
You got a
that
question,
40
Carolyn?
and 3-story.
Got it,
So
got it.
explain why we're not looking at, like, the EVAC Plus has a similar model that's like a third of the cost.
Which one?
You're trading in two EVAC Plus chairs, stair chairs. I assume those aren't powered,
Right,
but they do have a model that is powered.
right.
That's a third of the cost of these.
We have actually striker stair chairs right now. All our striker stair chairs, striker cots, everything is striker. Life pack units are all through striker.
And I knew that striker didn't use that
That's
a
not
lot.
what it says on the quote, that's my question. Even in the resolution, it says for two EVAC Plus chairs. Is that incorrect?
Yeah, it should be power chairs.
We can clean up the resolution, because there's some wording that was wrong on it too, calling it
Right.
volunteer and, yeah, some kind of goofy stuff. That's what it is.
So it should be called a expedition mid-config? What's it supposed to be called? This is all I got, so that's why it's called that. You guys gotta give me more.
Yep.
Well, when you're ready to go through it again, we'll make sure all the verbiage is correct.
Yeah.
We'll make a motion to table
Yes, that's fine.
5E and 5F.
I'm gonna second that motion.
Okay.
Motion from Cool, second from Thomas to table items 5E, which is resolution 2024-26, dealing with the fire department ceiling fans, and 5F, which is resolution 2024-23, which deals with the fire department's evac chair. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 24-27, sprinkler replacement. Wes?
So engine 6.8 needs the roof springs replaced. Ron had asked that we have Madison Springs look at it. They did come out and look at it, and they've got their notes on the quote that was sent out, that they are bad and they do need to be replaced. I think they were a little cheaper than I think fire service was. But, the springs need to be replaced on engine 68. Funding for that would come out of truck maintenance.
Is this the same vehicle Ron was talking about?
Mhm.
Yes, where he said it wasn't something wrong with it,
Yes.
but he did confirm. Okay.
And we had Madison, because he suggested Madison Springs come out and look at it. They did come out and look at it. They've got their notes on their quote.
Yeah, 'cause did you bring this up in January?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, a while ago, yeah.
Mhm.
You're recommending whom?
I think Madison Springs was cheaper. A little bit cheaper. So that would be my recommendation. I think that's how she had it in,
So we just gotta fill in all these little buckets.
This is gonna come out of your truck maintenance?
yeah, truck maintenance.
Questions? Now let's do it correctly. Is there a motion?
Where will move to request approval from the council for resolution 2024-27, replacing the springs on unit 68
68.
for an amount of 3697.79 to come from truck maintenance.
I have a motion from Laird, second from Cool, to recommend council approval of resolution 2024-27, spring replacement for truck, what, 68? Was it?
68, I believe, yep.
Discussion. Yeah, I'm gonna give you chances.
Yeah, I have no.
Anything? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Next is the fire department and police department ride-along policy. A little while ago, Wes asked me about a ride-along policy. The police department has one. And in talking with Wes, we sent it to the city attorney. He got a copy, we looked at it, reviewed it. City attorney reviewed it. It went from a one-page ride-along waiver to a three-page ride-along waiver.
Every time you get a lawyer involved.
Yes.
So we have a new waiver for you, chief.
It'll keep us all out of
Yeah,
jail.
yours changed too.
That'll cover both of you.
Well, I got back on the insurance too. so that-
And we heard back, and then there was a question about insurance. And we heard back from the insurance company, they don't have a problem with it. And I have their email if you,
It's all in there, yeah.
The only thing I questioned when it came back from the attorney is it kind of just talked about the fire department, it really didn't talk about EMS right along. but as long as we got it covered under the rest of it, I think we're okay.
I think it's the same, it's all,
You can just write in there which verb, you know, vehicle.
The verbiage you need there.
What's being done, no big deal. It's the same. All this.
so I need a recommendation, is the council agenda?
Could one change to the policy that I would like to see? It's in the section control the ride-along. It says the assigned employee, whereas everywhere else in the document it's the crew chief's responsibility. I would just like to maybe consider changing that to crew chief instead of assigned employee.
Well, this also covers the police department.
It's for both, yeah.
It says fire department right on the top of this policy.
Okay, well, this policy is to cover both departments.
So do we need to
Then we
change
need
the
to
top of
change it.
that, just
I
call
know.
it a ride-along policy?
You want to
We
separate-
did that.
Made this.
I do not know. Did that come through from the lawyer or Bill? I don't know.
Well, the bottom says published by Commissioner of the Waterloo Police Department. I don't know where I got it from. It was
Which page you're looking at?
The actual
Actual
policy
policy
document.
They all say both.
Well, it's gonna be the same policy with different headings. If it deals with the fire department, you want the crew chief. If it deals with the police department,
It's gonna be the assigned employee for police department, right?
right,
I would think
so whoever they're writing along with the assigned employee, correct?
we actually need it separate.
But this policy, I think, came from Wes or something. It's a fire department policy, not the police department policy.
Yeah, well, the
You must have
original
redid
came
it
from,
from Dennis.
yeah,
Okay, I didn't, yeah.
that's why it says probably draft on police department on the bottom.
Okay.
So you're at,
I
you
don't
just,
know where they are.
you would like to see two
I
separate,
mean, if we're gonna be approving policies separate from each other, we should approve them separately and have them notated separately.
Did anything-
Not together with mixed messages, but
Mixed verbiage.
okay. So you want to table this then?
Do you have anything pending that somebody's interested in
We
doing
do
this?
have
No, the fire
somebody
department.
interested in doing a ride-along now.
They've got somebody looking to possibly join the fire department, that was looking to do a ride along.
Well, I was just trying to understand the urgency of getting this one through and mocking up the next one for the police
Police
department.
department.
Okay, well, let's do this
I would
one.
not have a problem agreeing to the hold harmless agreement and tabling the policy.
Do you want a separate policy? Is that where you're going with this, or do you want?
I'm questioning if there is a separate policy, because it says fire department on the top,
The bottom?
it says police department on the bottom. It's obviously, if the police department is following this policy, it's gonna say the police department, not the fire
Correct.
department. So I'm not gonna approve something that
Let's
is,
do it like that.
Then let's approve the fire department policy, and we'll work
Right.
on the police department policy.
And
I would be
this
okay
can
with
get rewritten so that it's everything to do with today's date and all that good stuff, so it says fire department, not.
And you want that one change, that one change.
the assigned employee to be crew chief then, if we were just doing this, with
Okay.
this as the fire department's policy, and then removing the, I mean, it's published with permission of the police department. I don't know if that needs to be changed or not, or if we just don't get that.
I don't even know if that needs to be on there, does it?
Probably not, but that would be the only change I have. Otherwise, I'm okay with it. If it's strictly for the fire department, with that one change.
Where are you putting that change? That says the crew chief right here.
Page
On
2,
controlling of the ride-along, so it doesn't say.
It says assigned employee.
Oh, gotcha, 'cause I keep seeing crew chief, I'm like, where are we changing it?
Okay, so is that different than the liability waiver?
well, one's the policy and the other one's the
Liability.
release form from that the person signs.
Okay, so the release form is,
I would say,
Well, that also is bolded in fire department,
yeah,
which would be a small edit for the police department policy and waiver.
Is the waiver must sign the ride-along form. Is the waiver form specifically called out? I guess that's the question.
Okay, the fire department ride-along policy is separate from the police department policy.
Yes.
Police department has their own ride-along policy now.
Okay,
It's the waiver form is what, so let's just do the fire department at this point in time.
I mean, the waiver form does say fire chief, so on and so forth, or the release hold harmless agreement
Yes.
is fire department specific, so if this was going to be applied to the police department, that also would need editing,
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
okay?
That's the only one that, it's the release form that needs to be edited. There is already a police department ride-along policy, an existing policy, so we don't have to approve one.
So, do we?
Is that correct, chief? You have your own ride-along policy?
Correct.
I know you do.
So in the procedure on page 1, the request to ride along, should it say sign the ride along form, which is this one,
Yep.
Okay. We want
and the release and hold harmless agreement as well? To make sure that we don't miss one or the other.
Okay, so you want that added as verbiage.
You can.
That's fine.
You can add it as verbiage, you can add it as a checkbox
Sure.
addendum someplace, or notated that these forms need to be completed, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know which way you wanna do it, or what's easiest, but I think there has to be something added for that.
We definitely have written the ride-along form.
I have nothing wrong with ride-alongs, but
It doesn't say it isn't.
with the gray areas that are encompassed with that whole thing, the closer we get it, foolproof, the better, I think, for the city, right?
We have signed the ride-along waiver form, so that's in there. Where do you want to say the word harmless?
That's in the last page of it.
That,
Yep, that's the last page.
no, I understand it's the last page, but it's where he said to sign that. Do you want that?
Oh,
Because you said you wanted to add, to sign that as well.
That has to be signed.
So, control of ride-along, crew chief shall maintain control of blah, blah, blah. Actually, it's the page 1, so procedure to request. Ride-along form is under 18, ride-along, ride-along. Once approved, ride-alongs will be allowed to yada. So do you want then, once approved, do you want that in that next line or paragraph that must sign the waiver? Because you got the process of the ride-along form and then it has to get approved. So once it's approved, then they sign the waiver. Is that what you want, or where do you want that process to go?
that would be my thought.
Well, before you approve it, they're gonna have to sign the waiver.
You're gonna have to
Either
sign
way,
it.
I don't care, that's why I'm just
The
asking what you
waiver,
want.
the waiver is basically limiting their rights. So
Yes.
that's just as important if
So
So it can be in that first paragraph then?
could be, yeah, just put "and waiver" behind it.
Participant will complete and sign a ride-along waiver form and release. Do you want to say the whole sentence there, release, and then the whole
I
thing?
would say.
And release.
It says right in the first sentence there, this is a legal
Sure.
document, so
Make sense? Sure, yeah, then you're just gonna write that whole release whole, that whole paragraph thing. so that they're both in.
I don't have, I didn't make this, so I don't have.
And I was gonna ask Dennis, is this a PDF or anything you already have?
Wes sent it to me.
But I think you got it from Chief.
But did Jason make the changes to this, or somebody who made the changes to this?
We get it in a
policy?
Word doc.
That's a Word doc, so
Just send us the Word
Yeah.
doc.
Okay, I'll
I'll
see
say
if I
PDF
can.
or a Word doc. All right, she'll find it, that's fine. Yay, fun.
Okay,
So with those changes as outlined with the form and the wording changes, I will move to send the fire department only ride-along policy to council for approval.
Right, so we're changing no fire department, excuse me, no police.
Correct.
Got it, got it.
Where was second?
have a motion for Cool, second by Ware to recommend that the approval of the fire department ride-along policy only to the council with the aforesaid changes. And when we get to council, Charlie's gonna remember what all those were. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Or Jean's gonna remember all those changes.
Hold on, I remember what.
I'm afraid of that, yeah.
Okay,
Who's gonna remember the changes?
I got it.
We got it.
Okay,
I can help.
very good. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Now the fun stuff.
Budget didn't make it to the agenda, so.
But we can make it part of the future agenda.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Lana is not here. I know she was
I sent this out.
doing schooling on the new software, budgeting software. The mayor sent out a copy of the budget parameters. Did everybody get a copy?
No, because I sent it to Lana, I said fill in.
I know that not everybody else did. I'm wondering if everybody in the committee got it.
Did she reply back to all or just you and me? I didn't even pay attention. I knew you got it,
Okay.
but I don't know if it was all.
There is the budget parameters, which are essentially
The
the
same.
same as what they were last year. I don't think there's any changes to the budget parameters.
No,
From
all,
last year.
all I was caring about were the dates of when you wanted to do it. So we're saying the same thing, 2%. Lana confirmed that the $4 gas rate is still about the same, so use that figure.
I would like the department heads to have, and I wish Lana was here because she's the one that's gonna tell me whether it's a possibility or not.
I put dates in here and she didn't argue with them, because her first step is getting these guys the information in
Correct.
the new format. So that's why I put down, you know, the capital plan, that should be relatively easy, yes. Because it's, you know, you just look at what you did in the past, and
Yep.
you need to change it, add it, keep it the same, move it around, whatever. So I said, we want that by the end of the July 3rd. I just threw dates in here, because I didn't know when you actually wanted to start scheduling meetings, because that makes a difference when they give us the capital.
Well, Rich is gonna be gone for most of July, or August.
Okay, so will we hold no meetings in August?
We are gonna have to hold
But-
meetings in August.
We'll have to hold some meetings.
Yeah.
We'll have to dance around my schedule,
Okay,
unfortunately.
He is sending me his schedule, and once I see that, we'll take a look at it and get some schedule. There'll probably be special meetings, so I just need to know when people are not available.
well, the
You
15th
should
would be our next meeting. Are you even here on August 15th?
No, I'll be in South Dakota.
So you're gone on the 15th? No. Okay,
You are going, you're leaving
On the first,
on the 1st, so you're not
on this
back
public
here.
works meeting and both council meetings and this finance committee meeting.
so you're gone 8/1 through,
No, 8/1 through Sunday, so that doesn't matter, but then I leave on the 9th to go to
also,
Sturgis.
so you're just missing 8/1 no matter what? And then, again,
9th
8,
through the 16th.
9th through the 16th, okay.
I'll text you my calendar.
And that's fine.
Tim should have it by now.
So you would be around August 8th. That's also a Thursday.
That's a Thursday, can you do Tuesdays yet?
Yeah.
Right, because he'll be gone.
Yeah, until bowling starts, but I can work a little around that too. We have
It really
more
just
team
depends how
members.
you guys want to do this.
Well,
Is that
what
what
Wednesday?
you want to see?
All but the third.
Wednesdays are okay for you?
All but the third.
Oh, but the third, I got that. I mean, we're not gonna have anything by the,
We don't have, oh, that, we already passed July 3rd, so that's.
yeah, we're past that.
So is it the first Wednesday of the month, so it'll be the 7th, you can't do
Yeah.
it?
The 8th, I'm sorry.
You said all but the 3rd, was that July reference?
The third Wednesday.
The third,
I have
the third Wednesday, got it.
Yep.
Got it.
Like, that's a work night meeting.
Sure, that's fine. I knew you had one, I just.
It's the third Wednesday.
That's fine.
Yep.
And
Charlie, what about you? Are you,
I'm up in the air. It all depends if I get a permit, pull permit for work up at McCabe. I've got a week's worth straight of work up there, so I can't tell you exactly when it's gonna be.
so you don't know when you're gonna be gone either?
Not until I get a permit pulled.
Okay. So once I get all these dates, and we'll start setting up dates,
Yeah.
we'll work out some dates.
Regardless, I'll let Lana know to still move forward. I mean, nothing's really
Yes.
changed. 2% wages and $4 for gas. It's the same thing as last year. So it's just a matter of when Lana gives you the information and when we can actually schedule your meetings.
And everybody can start working on their
Sure.
budgets already, they don't need the paperwork from Lana to start. You've got the paperwork from last year, you can
Yeah.
start.
If you don't, just go on the website and print out the 5-year plan.
Especially capital.
Yeah.
Capital, start with capital.
Start with capital, get that done, and then the last part of August, you're gone again, aren't you?
Well, the last part?
Okay, so you're back on the 15th, I thought you were again.
18th or something, but yeah.
18th, okay. I thought you were gone again after that.
Nope.
Then maybe the week of the 20th and 27th, we can get a meeting into it.
Okay.
We can work on something, sure. I texted it to you, I haven't read it, but I'll text Jenny and Charlie.
I'll send out some possible dates, but we'll work on those weeks.
Okay.
Do capital, how do you want to do this? Capital and then meet with the department heads, what?
Doesn't matter.
Do we have a timeframe when the department heads will have submittals?
Well,
I
we should
would
have
suspect
it by the
without
middle.
problem, they'll have everything by that end of August.
Oh, they better have it
Oh,
before
they
that.
will, they will. So I'm
I
just
want
saying, if we
everything
don't
from them by
schedule,
the second week of August.
so we can look at it.
That'll make a big difference in planning,
Okay.
once we can start looking at
We
it.
can need to set that timeline, and then we can work from that timeline.
Because
Yeah.
we're on the 18th, that gives them, I mean, even if we say the 7th or 8th, and if they've got to have it done by the 9th of August,
The capital?
no, their budget.
Okay.
There's no reason they can't have their budget done
So
within
do
2
you want
weeks.
capital and the budget all at the same time?
Sure.
And we'll just start there and just be done with
Yes.
it?
Just be
Okay,
done with
that's
it
fine.
and start from
So are
there.
we
Because I would
talking
love to be
then,
able to work on capital the first meeting in
Yes.
August.
so do we want it the week of the 12th, so we have time to digest it before the meeting? Is that,
I want everybody in by August 9th,
okay.
all budgets.
We'll
get
send out the
capital.
email to you, because I'll just have Lana add these dates.
That way we've got all the budgets, and then we can start looking at them before our meetings. It's
Yeah.
not like we're getting them a day or two ahead of the meeting.
Right.
And I know Lana wants to talk to them.
Right, and that's the plan, that she will go through it with everybody first and try and kind of get a pass over, make sure everybody knows. how
So
to
then
get
that'll
it.
take us to the week of the 20th. Tuesday, you said it's not good for you. How about Wednesday or Thursday, the 21st or the 22nd, or even both days?
We gotta find out Lana's schedule too. See, the 21st, Rich is gone, so we can't do the 21st on a Wednesday.
That's right.
So we
That's the
either-
third Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Then why don't we plan on,
You can do it Tuesday the 20th, or do it the 22nd on a Thursday.
The 22nd, she's gone.
She's gone, so do it on a Tuesday, the 20th.
20th?
It's the first night of bowling meeting. Okay.
Tell them to record it for me.
Yeah, well, I'm the president.
No. Well, have them record it for you.
Right.
You and send it in to them.
Can you do the 20th right now? Charlie? You're not gonna give me an answer.
Yeah.
Tentatively, we're gonna schedule one on the
I would
20th.
schedule it
8:20.
8:20.
Can we do that like
Tuesday?
7:15?
Well, I can wrap up my bowling meeting then, and then be here. I got a 6:30
The
bowling.
worst for me would be, I would need to do a remote session, which is hard, but it could be done. It's been done before.
That
We want to
is,
do it Monday the 19th. Why are we doing it Tuesday?
I'm wide open Monday the 19th.
How about you?
He still don't know.
You don't know.
It's the same problem he's got on the 20th.
Well, at least we can start it earlier.
Well, then let Monday, we
Yes.
can go on the 19th,
Let's do
okay.
that.
It would be
6,
done.
5:30, 6?
I can do 5:30.
5:30 works for me. I just
Okay,
as soon start
19th.
The
early.
19th.
Yep,
Start early, go longer, and have less.
August, what time do you
August.
start?
I'm okay with that.
August 19th, Monday, August 19th,
time.
5:30.
5:30.
Okay.
Chip in for pizza.
Woo-hoo!
There we go.
Okay,
Or don't, hey, we have a budget for that.
We'll
put it
find.
online. I'm not doing a lot of meetings.
Well, we have a council.
And you'll still have the regular finance meeting on the 15th,
Yes,
correct?
it's just
Yes, we will.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Yeah,
sure that
that's
I have it
specifically a budget.
That's a special.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
This
got
is
it.
a
Thank you.
special.
Yes.
And then you want to do one again on the 26th, the special.
Let me save
I
this
don't.
one.
Because we're getting a late start on this.
The
We've also got to learn how to use the
29th.
software.
the what?
The
What
software.
day?
Well, we've got the 26th or the 29th,
If we're avoiding Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
if we're avoiding Tuesdays and Wednesdays,
Sure.
which works for anybody.
I would prefer the 26th.
Okay.
Charlie?
29th is my birthday, so.
Tentatively.
You got so many issues in August, man.
Actually, the 26th is not real good for me, but because I got Legion meeting on the
Yeah,
fourth
that's-
Monday.
Do it the 27th then.
Has bowling, but I can get out of that.
There you go.
I won't have to bowl.
There we go.
I'll make it so I don't have to bowl that week.
There you
Let's
go.
do the 27th then.
27th.
27th on Tuesday. Hope you use a pencil.
What time would we?
5:30 again, or you,
Yep. Yeah, if we're gonna do extra, we'll do 5:30, so we go.
So we're doing 8/19 at 5:30, it's a Monday, and then 8/27 is a Tuesday
yes, all at 5:30.
At Friday.
at 5:30. Now,
It's a special budget.
at this point, we're not saying who we're doing anything with, because we'll do
No.
a fire department one on a Monday, right? When are your Monday meetings again?
Fourth Monday.
Fourth Monday?
So we wanna,
Do you want it during a regular meeting night though?
Well, we'd like to, because we're gonna have townships,
Right.
so we'd have to get it out to the townships, so.
So if it's the fourth Monday, then we'd be looking at the end of September. Do we want to go that late for him? Because then that might make a difference. if
I don't
we
know
do the
that we're gonna be
26th
ready on the
then.
29th, are we?
The 26th?
Or the 26th
we-
of August, I think that's gonna be a little bit early, because
That might
we're
be
just
early.
gonna get started.
You okay if we go September?
well, you've got a meeting on the 26th though, for the Legion.
Right.
The only thing is, we have to get ours done so that townships can get theirs figured out.
Right. So, but that's the 26th.
So if we gotta do,
If I
Yeah,
had
but
this
usually
different
we
time.
have a lot of it fleshed out by the time it gets to the townships. I mean, they get a copy, they should be getting a copy right as soon as you produce it.
yeah,
So they have the numbers and then
And then it's just a matter of what
that's
we
the
tweak.
starting point, and then we start managing it from there, I guess, but.
So the 29th and the
yeah,
19th.
because we have officers meeting on the fourth Monday, we have the department meeting on the fourth Monday.
19th and the 27th.
But I thought that's when we always did it with everybody, because everybody was there, so you're.
No, we did it on Tuesday or Thursday last year,
Whatever it was when all you guys were gonna be there.
yeah.
Whether it was around a meeting or training or something, and then we invited the townships too.
Townships.
Would you rather have that separate, Wes? Would you rather have like us to meet with you and the officers to go through it initially and get
Before you
through
send
some
it
of
out?
the big problems, and then when we present it to the townships and the rest of the membership, we can have one meeting and it won't get so
Wonky.
wonky?
And I can talk to them Monday night, we got officers meeting
Why
Monday night.
don't you do that?
Yeah.
See
We'll
if,
set
see if we
these
can do it a
dates.
different way to make it a little bit easier
Yeah.
for everybody.
We'll be into September also, but it's gonna be like the first or second week
Yeah.
in September.
And I think that'd be fair enough for the townships at
Right,
that point, if,
right.
as long as we have numbers pretty much.
We're not gonna have all the numbers we need,
We won't.
We won't.
But
because we don't get those until October.
But the townships also know that, because they don't get theirs either.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So
We'll
they-
have the aides and some of the other numbers and all of that.
Right, they
so.
can't hold us accountable for numbers that they can't produce either.
That's correct.
that'd be,
So we'll do basically 2 meetings, one with you and all the officers, and then another one with the membership and the township.
see how they.
Yeah, the sooner you can address that and help us schedule it, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Okay. Yeah, and, Monday night we have meetings, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
that way we can get it on our calendars.
So for at the moment, then, we don't really have anybody scheduled for the 27th necessarily.
We can do that, but we also have to learn how to use the software.
Well, yeah,
So we're gonna have to also get educated.
yeah.
I'm getting very good at that, so I'm not super.
That's,
Good.
yeah, we won't get into that.
Yes, I know, you're not gonna get into that.
I'm not
You're
getting
nice
this.
tonight.
No, I'm being nice.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
There, we beat that up.
Charlie,
We'll just add another system on
Right.
my brain.
Why not?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Wire will second.
I have a motion from Cool, second by Wyatt, to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Motion carried.
Motion
All right.
carried, and thank you very much.
This is the